want to encourage you that if you continue to have an open and teachable heart, God will help you live out this change and continue to fulfill His plan and purpose for your life. That's what we all have to do every day, no matter how long we've been a Christian. Continue to stay humble, teachable, and open to all that God has for us. Well, now that you're back on track and headed home, you need to prepare for a whole new way of relating to the Father. You see, we serve one God who in the Bible is revealed as Father, Son, and Spirit. Christians call this the Trinity. God is first Father, and we can't know God properly if we don't have a healthy view of Him as our loving Father. This is one of the most interesting things about the story. The prodigal heads home and the father runs to welcome him. He runs, warmly embraces, and kisses his lost son. This is a picture of what has happened to you. The father ran to you, he threw his arms around you, and he had compassion on you. He also embraced you. Don't we so often have a different picture of God? We see God without any compassion. We see Him harsh and cold, without a warm embrace, but He's actually just the opposite. He is a God filled with love and compassion. We need to realize that this decision allows us to be hugged by God. We get hugged when we experience God. No matter what view you've had on God in the past, today you will start seeing God in a new way. You will see Him for who He is, a Father who receives you as a child coming home. No matter what you have done, your Heavenly Father accepts you back into the household, into the palace. That's what love is all about. Him first loving us, and then we're able to love because we have it to offer.
One obstacle a lot of new Christians face is they get caught in the trap of thinking they're going to let God down. You might say, I don't want to start something I might not succeed at, or I don't want to mess up and let God down. But here's the thing, you haven't entered into a contract. You've entered into a relationship. God's love for you doesn't have conditions. It's an unconditional love that He has. 1 John 3 says that you've become a child of God and that He lavishes love on you. He isn't worried about whether or not you'll live up to some set of rules or regulations. He just wants the relationship, your attention and your heart. And He does have a way that He wants you to live, a way that He says is best. But that's the thing about becoming a Christian. Through what Jesus did on the cross, our sin is forgiven, and we're no longer tied down by it. So even if we do mess up, He's forgiven us. And that frees us up to focus more on the relationship with God and loving Him instead of trying to keep a set of rules. And then that is what leads us to want to live the life that He's called us to live. You'll never let God down. He's there for you through every season and every struggle, no matter what. That's His promise. Well, that's it for today. Make sure you're connecting with your coach every day, and I'll see you tomorrow.